I'm feeling full of beans.
Hello there, how's it going? I hope you're all having a good day so far. Today on Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, I'm going to be finishing off Act 2 of the main story by playing the second and final Ocarina of Time level, and then it'll be time to take the fight to Sia, and to do that, we're going to need quite a special weapon indeed. I think you all know what it is if you've ever played a Zelda game before. Hey, Aqua! Thank you for raiding in. How are you doing today? It's been a little while since I've been able to catch a stream of yours. I hope you're doing fantastic. Let me just get you a quick shout out. Oh, Chibi Robo. That's a game I've been meaning to play at some point. I hope you enjoyed playing it. It's clearly the Book of Korodai. Yes. They have definitely referenced that Zelda game. But yeah, how was your stream, Aqua? I hope you're enjoying it. So good, you cleaned so much trash. That's what we like to hear. Love a good clean. Okay, right, let's jump into the Water Temple then. And I think for this one, I'm going to play as Darunia. What weapons have we got here? That's probably my best one.
At the fairy's request, Impa had fought her way to the summit of Death Mountain to rescue Princess Rudo. There, she subdued the Goron chieftain, Darunia, who had temporarily lost his senses. Upon freeing Princess Rudo, however, Impa was shocked to learn the reason for the conflict between the Zora and Goron people. The ancient water temple was teeming with monsters that poured from the Gate of Souls. What's more, the monsters were apparently led by Princess Zelda herself. Hoping to make sense of this disturbing revelation, Impa and her newfound allies journeyed to Lake Hylia. When they arrived, they were greeted by a Zelda seemingly consumed by evil.
Right, okay, let me just get my bearings, see where all these collectibles are. So, I do need to be Darunia for one of them, which is partly why I picked him. The room east of the central hall, I'm assuming I probably can't see that yet. Yes. Oh, I love it when the preview hides half the map. And then the east room, again, that is inside. That is a Sheik. Then the Skulltula is behind a wall of vines directly north from the Temple Face Keep. Okay, so I see where that's going to be. And it's vines, so boomerang, I can do that. And then there's also a weapon, which is inside the Temple Face Keep. And I can literally see that one on the map there. Okay. Well, I think you all know the drill at this point. Assuming there's no cutscene, which I don't think there is, we're going to be hearing some music. So yeah, this music is obviously based on the Water Temple theme from Ocarina of Time. The melody's not quite the same. I wouldn't say it's a direct remix. It's kind of more of an inspired by theme. It's obviously very different from all of the other music we've heard in this game. It's not quite as high tempo and energetic. It's definitely a lot less rocky. But I like the variety. I like this theme quite a bit. Now, Darunia here, as you would expect, is a bit of a bruiser. He hits hard, but he hits slow. But he's just really satisfying to play. There is just something about the rhythm of his attacks that feels really, really good. He also has a rolling attack that demolishes health bars surprisingly fast and makes him a lot more nimble than you would expect. I was kind of hoping that it would let me play as Ruto like it did for Agatha in the Palace of Twilight level. Looks like it's not going to do that, so there's probably not really going to be a good opportunity to talk about Ruto during the story mode. Because Ruto, like Agatha, wasn't initially unlockable during the story on the Wii U. You had to play Adventure Mode to unlock her. However, here in Definitive Edition, you get her through the story, even if you can't play as her in many of the story levels. God, that bomb move is so annoying to actually counter. Okay, some treasure in here. Yeah, I've always enjoyed playing as Darunia. I didn't think I would when I first got this game, because I tend to gravitate towards the faster characters. They're usually the ones that I find more satisfying to play. But there's just something about him. Maybe it's just the joy of being a Goron. Although I don't think it's necessarily just that, because I don't find the Gorons in the other Hyrule Warriors games anywhere near as fun to play. Have you played this game at all, Aqua? I know obviously you've played a lot of Zelda games, but I don't know if this is one that you will have played before. Right, Impa is closer to the objective. Apparently Sheik can't look after herself. There we go, finally hit that one. Yeah, I must say, reminding myself how these fan service levels play out on Definitive Edition, I am not necessarily happy with how they've handled all the different characters here. Because in the prologue, obviously on the Wii U, you could only play as one character every run through a level. So you had to play the levels multiple times to get all of the power-ups. But on the prologue levels, they made everyone in your party playable, so you could get everything in one go. But for some reason they've not done that with these levels, and I don't quite know why. The inconsistency bothers me a bit. Right, come on then, Ruto. You are on very low health. There's also a guy over here that needs healing. There you go. So yeah, this map isn't just the Water Temple. Obviously, right now we are in Hyrule... No, we're not. We're in Lake Hylia. But there was a little bit of Zora's Domain earlier. You had to jump from the waterfall like you do there, which is a pretty cool little reference. God, it just feels good hitting shit with a big hammer. Darunia finally gets to wield the Megaton Hammer, and it is glorious. To be fair, Lake Hylia is next to Hyrule Field, that is true. And of course, it wouldn't be the Water Temple without lowering the water level. Right, before I go in there though, just going to clean up the northern half of this battlefield so it doesn't come back to bite me later. With how surprisingly difficult the Palace of Twilight was, I just desperately want to make sure I don't get caught out by anything. Although so far this level has been a lot more tame. And in Ocarina it does share the music as well, yes, that is correct. Oh, Skulltula has spawned. Where is it again? Behind a wall north from the Temple Face Keep. Okay. It's going to need the boomerang. I see it. Hello, Skulltula. Okay, and now that the rest of the map has opened up, where is my piece of heart for Darunia? It is in the east... no. Room east of the Central Hall. So the Central Hall is not on the map, but I am presuming that it is that room right in the middle. That would make sense. I see a Poe over here. Hello. Can't remember what item the Poe needs. Ah! Oh, called it. Nice. Hold on, I got your item weakness. You don't just get to cancel out of that. That is not fair. That is bullshit. Okay, I think that's all of the captains up here dealt with. Let's head down into the temple itself then. I guess it makes sense since you had to shoot them in Ocarina of Time. Yeah. Yep, the logic carries over quite nicely. Oh, look, a Beamos. Don't think they were actually in the water temple. Oh my god, there's a lot of them. Right, I'm looking for another boulder, I think. Oh my god, Darunia just jumped on that guy and slammed him with his ass. Considering he's a giant boulder, that must have really hurt. Okay, I think the water level needs lowering again before I can get my heart container. Just need to remember how to actually do that. I'm really hoping this level doesn't have an ending cutscene because I would like to see Darunia's victory animation. Because it's magnificent. Oh no, I still have bombs. Not that it really mattered. I do like the little guitar that kicks in when you go into an enemy keep. It's a nice little jingle that plays. I'm not seeing this piece of heart anywhere. It's in the room east of the central hall. Oh, right. No, I see where it is. It's not in, like, any of these main corridors. Hello. I saw you on the map. You took a second to load in. I think the map was saying that you were here earlier than you actually were. Right, assault troops. I'm going to have Impa go and deal with the other one. And then the one over here has to pass by me anyway, so might as well just wait for it. Zelda Dungeon doesn't list the Water Temple as a location they're in. Yeah, I didn't think they were. I mean, I don't think any of the enemies on this level are in the actual Water Dungeon. But then again, aside from Dark Link, I don't think any of the actual enemies would make for good Hyrule Warriors enemies. Because they're all just like clams and fish and stuff, aren't they? There's not really any like well-known Zelda enemies in there. Oh, it is too late for you, guard troop. You cannot be saving this keep. Okay, so if I was playing as Sheik, that would have been a heart container. Unfortunately, the game decided that I was playing as Darunia and Impa, not Darunia and Sheik. Again, why I couldn't have both of them, I don't know. Impa, you were supposed to cut off that assault troop. What are you doing over there? You literally just ignored what I told you to go and do. That is... it's a little frustrating. It's weird because, again, on the 4 prologue levels, they seem to be following the commands really efficiently. Whereas on these prologue levels, they just don't seem to be. Not these prologue levels, these, like, fan service levels. It's clams, spike balls, tektites, and key. Okay, tektites and keys are recognizable, but they're also fairly basic. I'd like tektites to come back. They shouldn't have been missing from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. They would have added some variety to the mountainous areas. Impa still doesn't trust Sheik. Maybe she let her get defeated. Maybe. I do wish there was a shortcut to switch to the item that you need. Age of Imprisonment has something like that. And it makes all the items... Well, it's not really items in that game, but it makes the equivalent flow really nicely. Whereas here and in Age of Calamity, the items and runes just don't really flow into the movesets as well as they should. There's always a bit of an awkward pause when you go to use one. Since the game has a fairly Zelda 1 approach to enemy variety, they'd fit... That is true, actually. They are in Zelda 1. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you count it up, and then you don't count the colour variants as regular enemies, as like different enemies, Zelda 1 might even have more variety than Breath of the Wild. Maybe not than Tears of the Kingdom. But than Breath of the Wild, I think it is a possibility. Obviously, they're a lot simpler in Zelda 1, but still. Yeah, that is a good point, Sam. That is a very good point, actually. Especially, like, Skyward Sword style Armos would have fit really, really well in that game. Also, Beamos as well. I suppose you could say Guardians are just kind of like super Beamos. But that makes their absence even more glaring. And then, like, in the jungle, in the Faron region, why are there no Deku Babbas? Or Deku Scrubs? They'd have fit really well there. I can only think of Bokoblins, Lizalfos, Guardians, and Lynels. There are Moblins as well. Obviously, there's the 3 overworld bosses, Hinoxes, Taluses, and Moldugas. There's the Yiga. Oh, and there's Keese and Choo-Choo. And I think that is literally it. Yes, that is a very... I forgot about the Tower of the Gods. Yes, it is very similar to the Breath of the Wild Sheikah Tech. I'm pretty sure that must have been an intentional reference when they were making Breath of the Wild. It's got to be. It's way too similar to not be. I mean, the thing is, I think the enemies that Breath of the Wild does have are memorable. And they are really well implemented and complex enemies. It just doesn't have enough of them. And then Tears of the Kingdom only slightly fixed the problem. It added more, but not enough more. Oh, are you kidding me? I was literally right here about to rescue her. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure most of Breath of the Wild's development was spent on the world and the physics engine. So I can kind of forgive Breath of the Wild, but Tears of the Kingdom... I don't know. A Breath of the Wild style Godan boss, oh, that would have been super cool. I remember about a month or so before Breath of the Wild released. Oh, you kidding me? I'm all the way back here. But yeah, about a month or so before Breath of the Wild released, the game leaked. And a lot of the leak was correct. Obviously, it mentioned all the Divine Beasts and stuff like that. But I think part of the leak must have been fake, because it mentioned like a 5th tower dungeon. And that would have been so cool. And you could have had like Godan at the end, Tower of the God style. Yeah, these objectives where you fail because an NPC dies aren't my favourite. You fail for no fault of your own, basically. There's already so much you've got to manage on the battlefield. Should have done that for the DLC instead of fighting a random monk. That said, though, I do love that boss fight. I think it's a really fun boss fight. Right, let's get Impa to start being useful. Come on, my Goron fellows! Let's kill these fools. God, I love how quickly he bursts through their health bars, even without the roll. Yeah, I know, game. I'm heading towards Ruto. I'm going as fast as I can. I think I just killed that Poe off screen. Oh, no, it's still alive. Is it? Yes, you are still alive. Okay, right. I have both of the keeps. I've got someone in both of them. Let's focus on Ruto as a priority so I don't lose again. Okay, swap to Impa. Ah, and one of the summoners is here as well, nice. Can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Right. That should be the floodgate. Darunia, are you going to do any better and save Sheik? I mean, at the very least, Sheik doesn't die, so it's not my priority. Right, I've taken both the keeps. Can you let me in, please? There we go. Thank you. Okay, nice. Actually, let's swap to Darunia. Don't know why you're going this way, mate. It's not the way I told you to go. Alright, Darunia, you need to go and get your piece of heart. You didn't realise Impa was allergic to ankle-high water. Well, clearly, Ben, you have not been paying attention to the Legend of Zelda series. It is her most known weakness. If she even slightly touches it, she'll explode. And it's not going to be a small explosion either. This whole temple will collapse. Okay, those assault troops are really annoying. You'd save Ruto and she just leaves anyway. Yeah, it seems that way. It's kind of fitting for Ruto. Why did you need her to stay alive then? Good question. Yeah, the assault troops are annoying because you can't just abandon Ruto because I tried that and she died. And then just the commanded units don't take long enough. They're not quick enough to stop them. Sounds like something she'd do. Yeah, it does. It really does. Alright, seems like it's time to take the fight to Zelda. Although I do see someone I want to deal with first. Actually, I think that's just a guard troop with the way it's going, so I probably don't need to worry about that myself. Right, Zelda. Time to prove you're a fake by smacking a giant hammer into your face. And if you are the real Zelda, don't count on looking pretty anymore. Apparently I can't get into the keep this way. I thought I could. That's how the map looked to me, anyway. I think Sheik needs babysitting first, so she doesn't die. Okay, Sheik, you should be fine now. I should be able to leave you. Right, let's go finish this level and say goodbye to the Water Temple. Of all the dungeons, it does make sense that they brought this one in, because it is infamous. When you think Ocarina of Time, you probably think of the Water Temple. One issue I do have with the Ocarina of Time route is that Zelda is our enemy, or whoever Zelda really is. Ocarina of Time doesn't have a villain from Ocarina of Time in this game. Why didn't they bring in Twin Rover? Because they could have fit that role really well. It was either this or the inside of a fish god. Yeah, I'll definitely take this. Oh, okay, yes, I forgot about this, okay. Let's go deal with him first before I deal with Darunia, with Zelda, sorry. So, this level has a unique variation of King Dodongo. It is not the same one that we saw back in Chapter 1. It is literally the one from Ocarina of Time. It has the same design, which is pretty cool. Why not Ocarina's true villain, the man who cheats at a race? I'm pretty sure there is a costume that references him. Come on, Dodongo, get that mouth open, let me bomb you. Did that special attack really not count? Did I do it slightly too early? I think fighting King Dodongo is completely optional for this level. I don't think you have to kill him. But I want to. If I see a Dodongo, I'm gonna bomb it. Okay, that should definitely get it this time. There we go. Should lower the weak point gauge by quite a bit. Oh, nice. One-cycled it this time. I think I do still prefer the regular Hyrule Warriors design over this one. But it is cool that they reference the actual Ocarina of Time one. But again, though, Ocarina of Time doesn't get its own unique boss like the two other games did. Not saying they played favourites, but... Okay, right, Zelda, it's hammer time. Or it will be. I should probably deal with these guys first. Just so they don't interfere. Okay, that should deal with you. And then I already have a bow for you because you're the same kind of enemy. Nice and convenient. Oh, you know who they should have brought in as a unique boss for Ocarina of Time? Dead Hand. Everyone remembers Dead Hand. Why is Dead Hand not here? Or Bongo Bongo. That way this game could have filled its quota of eyeball and two hands bosses. Because I don't think there is one in this game. You don't want to see Dead Hand in HD. Why ever not? What would be wrong with that? I think it would be magnificent. Oh! Got you in it! Nice! That's how you play as Darunia. I didn't quite time it right that time. I'll get her in this instead. Oh, that's so satisfying to do. That never gets old. Oh, ow. You okay over there, Zelda? That was quite the combo. Come on, she's nearly dead. There we go. How did you see through my disguise? You can't be, Zelda. Because... I am Zelda. Princess, you're alive. Impa, forgive me for not telling you. What a shocking twist that was. Let us close this gate together. Aw, that cutscene means we don't get to see Darunia's level clear animation. It's so good though. Anyway, tier 2 weapon for Sheik. Well, with that level done, that is Act 2 of Hyrule Warriors done. The three paths come together, and it is time to move into Act 3. But before that, though, I'm going to take a look at everyone's badges, just to see how everyone's getting on. I'm probably going to prioritise the main cast over the fanservice inclusions, because they're going to get used more in the next few levels. Darunia, Ruto, Midna, Agatha, Fi. They'll all get more use in adventure mode from here on out. You can play as them in all of the coming levels, but it does kind of encourage you to play as like Link, Zelda, Impa. Okay, I'm able to do quite a bit for Link here. I can get him a second potion, nice. Oh, and nullifies knockback, okay, that's pretty decent. And then I can also increase his boomerang, lovely. I love making a boomerang stronger. Weak point gauge upgrade for Impa, a new combo. Let's finish off her combos. Damage to guard enemies, that is a very powerful upgrade. Eventually it gets to the point where you can just attack them while they're guarding and you can kill them. It's pretty great. Let's fill up her special gauge faster. Let's give her a longer focus spirit. Oh, and let's give her a second special attack gauge, why not? Impa just seems to be getting the special treatment today. 2 potions, yep, I'll take that. Let's increase all of her resistances. Hold on, can I also... Yes, let's nullify knockback on her. No assist badges today for Impa. Not much for Sheik, okay. Just a power-up duration upgrade for the hook shot. What about Lana? Okay, can get some new combo stuff going. Can get the guard breaking on her. Faster special attack gauge. Oh, I can get a second one for her as well. Nice. These trees are just laid out the same for everyone, if you haven't already noticed. The main difference between different characters is characters with multiple weapons get these extra rows at the bottom, and then the materials are different. Okay, Zelda, you have nothing. Okay, that's all I can get for you. Ignore you. Big elephant in the room there. Let's pretend we didn't see him. He's not in the story at the moment. Okay, nothing for Ruto. Agatha, you can get another combo. Oh, Midna, you can get quite a bit. Okay, well, I'll give you the guard breaking. You weren't looking anyway. I mean, who it is not exactly a massive spoiler, because, I mean, of course, that character is in this game, but he's technically not been shown yet, so... Right, I'm not going to bother feeding any more materials into Sheik for the time being. Just because I don't think you can use Sheik in the remaining story mode levels. Because obviously, why would Zelda need to be Sheik from now on? I could be wrong about that, but I don't think I am. Right, and oh no, I can use... No, wait, that's that level, never mind. Let's do some weapon stuff. Yeah, Link has a tier 2 now, so let's get him another skill on there. Yeah, that one will do. Imper should also have a tier 2. Let's give a Hearts Plus. And let's give her that Water Plus. Oh, I can't. Okay. I'm an idiot. I'll give her that then. It's more of a grindy weapon than a strong weapon, but it's fine. Sheik, I'm not going to bother. Lana. Actually, no, I might as well upgrade her weapon just because I will probably be using her a lot in adventure mode because she's OP as hell. There's probably only one weapon in the game that is stronger than her, and we've not seen it yet, though it is coming. We will be seeing it today. Yeah, Lana should have... Yeah, should have a tier 2. And then I think that's everyone. Don't think anyone else has a tier 2 at the moment. I do prefer this weapon system to the weapon systems that the later games have. Just not having to level weapons at all is such a time save. It makes everything so much more grindy in the sequels to this game. Okay, right, so this level is a little annoying because it makes you play as Link, but the collectibles are for Zelda and Lana. So it basically forces you to replay this level, which is slightly annoying. Although I can't remember if Definitive Edition does let you swap to them mid-level, like some of the other levels do. Anyway, Link is fun to play, so I don't mind playing as him. Forgive me for not saying anything. I had to hide my identity from my enemies. Link, your courage is extraordinary. I could see your potential from that first moment in the training yard. We closed each gate of souls, putting things right with space and time. Next, we need to... Hey, hold on. Don't you have some explaining to do? Yes. Sia and I, we're not just from the same clan. We're actually the same person. But how? Something took hold of Sia and forced the light from her heart. I'm that light. I'm what was driven out of her. And the monster responsible for this. Who could it be? Who could it be? The time has come. I now have 3 fragments of my spirit. My power may not be whole, but my body is returned. You, Sia, you have been my favourite puppet yet. I can't just I am no one's puppet. Whatever the case, our alliance is over. I will break the final barrier myself. This body lacks its full potential. But that will change once I wrest the Triforce from you and conquer all. The Triforce shall be mine. What? No. Courage and wisdom have been returned to their owners. I will reclaim the Triforce. It shall be mine alone. As will the hero.
With the Gate of Souls closed in each era, Link and his allies were reunited. Sheik was at last revealed as Zelda, relieving much worry about her fate. Meanwhile, Ganondorf had recovered 3 of his 4 spirit fragments. He chose to leave Sia's body, her usefulness at an end. Free of Ganondorf's control but tragically corrupted, Sia resolved to make Link and the Triforce hers and hers alone. Using powerful rituals to strengthen her forces, she redoubled her attacks on Hyrule. But all was not lost. Zelda directed her forces to the Temple of the Sacred Sword in search of the one thing that could save them all.
He's here, it's the big man himself, it's Ganondorf, and I've got to say, I adore his design in this game. It is so bloody cool looking. The armor reminds me a lot of his Twilight Princess design, but it also takes a lot of inspiration from Demise from Skyward Sword. He's got the flowing hair as well. He just looks so goddamn cool. What I also appreciate though is that this game kind of subverts the usual hijacking by Ganon trope. Because he attempts it, and by this point in the series, it's happened a lot, but Sia's like, no, not without a bit more of a fight. Okay, it's time to go and get the Blade of Evil's Bane, the Master Sword. And you bet we're also going to be listening to some music. I see that your Triforce has returned. Yes, mine and Link's too. It's not clear exactly how, but Sia's power should be a lot weaker. If we're going to counterattack, we've got to do it now. Sia still holds the Triforce of Power. She won't be overtaken so easily. No, we can win, as long as we have the Master Sword. I believe Link possesses the spirit necessary to wield it. But Princess, the Master Sword is more than just a weapon. It's a barrier. It keeps a fragment of evil locked away. Once pulled, the spirit will be freed. The barriers surrounding the Temple of the Sacred Sword are made with a special type of magic. Pulling the Master Sword alone won't undo the barrier. Not entirely, anyway. How can we be sure that Link is truly ready for this task? Because I believe in him. I believe in him too. Well, Link, if you were looking for a chance to prove yourself, this would be it. Then we make haste for the Temple of the Sacred Sword. I absolutely adore the music in this stage. It's not a direct remix, but it is very heavily inspired by the Temple of Time theme from Ocarina of Time. And the chanting and the guitar just go together unexpectedly well. It is an incredibly epic bit of music. So for this level, we're not fighting any bad guys. We are fighting the ghosts of Hyrule's former soldiers, who are guarding the seal on the Master Sword. It's a really, really cool concept. It kind of reminds me of the ghost armies in the third Lord of the Rings. It's really, really cool. I'd like to see the mainline games do something like this. But in order to break the seal, there are 3 statues that need to be found, and each statue corresponds to a pair of characters who have to go there and awaken it, which is part of why you can only play as Link in this level. Obviously, it is also a test for him, so that's another reason why you've got to play as him. Anyway, hey Dan, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a good day. Sorry I was just a little bit quiet there. We were appreciating some really, really good music. I'm just got to keep managing these troops as Link so all of the other characters can get to where they need to be. You're good. Glad to hear it. I am also very good, thank you. Playing one of my favourite games of all time. With one of my favourite soundtracks of all time. Oh, you can really feel the difference with these tier 2 weapons. They do like double damage over the tier 1s. It is glorious. Alright, there's another outpost over there. The one downside to these ghost soldiers is that they don't really put up much of a fight. They don't really have any proper captain units. Okay, it looks like Midna's having some trouble. Okay, I think Daruni is done. Oh no, he's just started activating it. Okay. I guarantee someone is going to go and spawn next to him. Does tend to be the way these things work. Okay, Midna, what are you playing at? Daruni is over there like a right lad, doing his job with no complaints. And you are just pissing about. Come on. Impa's in position, so's Darunia. What are you playing at, Midna? Come on. See, look, he's handling himself. It's Midna, what else would you expect? Hey, Blunter, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you appreciate this music as much as I do. She's smaller than the others. She also has a wolf that she rides. So she should, theoretically, be able to move much faster than everyone else. Right, come on. Stop slacking, girl. I love you, but you're letting the side down. Okay. Looks like I've got some more stuff to deal with. Come on, Impa, don't let me down. You got hit with an ad. Oh, hate when that happens. Welcome on in properly, Blunter. You feel like they could have used a better design for Midna's statue. It's not the best, yeah. I mean, half of it is based on Agatha, hence the butterfly. But it's not quite as cool as the other two. Ooh, Skulltutor spawned in. Where is this one? Under a boulder to the west of the northwest enemy keep. So, over here, that's probably it there. Okay, looks like that's all of the captain units dealt with for now. Midna, you are not in danger. Okay, no, I guess you are. Right, I'm coming, Gil. I would never let you die. Okay, my keep is also in danger, so I should go and recapture that. I don't think I've got to enter the temple yet. Just got to find the commander wherever they are. Yeah, I don't think I can even enter the temple right now. Yeah, so now that the fanservice-y part of the game is over, I do want to give my thoughts on it. I do really like just how much care they show to all three of those games. A lot of people were disappointed that this game initially only focused on those three, but I do completely understand why they decided to do that. Because there's only a certain amount of game to go around, and they were able to just really, really focus in on all the fan service for those games. And then by the time we got all the extra content, we ended up getting a bunch of stuff for other games as well, so it all worked out in the end. And yeah, I think everything that they chose to bring in was a good choice. All of the levels make sense, besides bringing in a second Hyrule field for Twilight Princess, but I mean, they probably wanted a simpler map for the Twilight mechanic to make sense, and so they wouldn't be overshadowed by the actual map theme. All of the characters, good selection of characters. There's not really anyone I think is a bad choice. There's a couple of characters I feel are missing, but I don't know that I'd trade any of the ones we got for those characters. Oh, we've got a fake Lana, okay. Yeah, all in all, this game just shows a lot of respect to Zelda. And as a fan, I love to see that. I know Fire Emblem Warriors had a similar issue where it was only focused on 3 games, but it is definitely a lot more glaring there. I think here they use what they've got really, really well. Get out of here, fake Lana. I think we all know who you are, really, though. It's Pikachu! And the doors to the temple have opened. And looks like the actual enemies have arrived. Okay. Let's keep things from getting too out of hand. Oh yeah, that's a really good vine, that one. I think you would have liked more villains. Yeah, like I was saying when I was playing the Water Temple, I really think we needed a unique villain for Ocarina of Time. We should have got Twin Rover. And it would have been nice to have Vati as well. Because he is the only other recurring villain besides Ganondorf. At least there's no Triforce Heroes representation. Yes, at least we were spared that. And by the time we got a version that came out after it, Breath of the Wild had also came out. So they decided to reference that. I'm sure there's someone out there who is just unreasonably angry that they reference Breath of the Wild over Triforce Heroes, but whoever they are, There's something very wrong with them. Could have had a cheerleader costume for Link. Actually, now that you say that, I kind of want it. There's a lot of Erolfos here. Erolfos, that's what I'm going to say. Don't care if it's right, it rolls off the tongue better. Link Totem character might be fun to play as. Actually, yeah, you've got a good point there. They could probably have some fun with a moveset there, like throwing each other around for attacks and stuff. And there it is. The most iconic sword in gaming. And I will not be having an argument about that. Yes, it is. Tried hiding from me, little brat. You fool. Hey, Abby, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? It's nice to see you here. Hopefully you're having a good day. Right, so, the Master Sword, damage-wise, is essentially a tier 3 version of Link's sword, but it is technically a separate weapon. Its combos have been slightly altered from the regular sword and shield. Plus, when you're at full health, if I can just go and get myself there, it does the classic Master Sword thing. If I can get a combo that actually does it. And fires sword beams, and they are ridiculously overpowered. This basically outclasses every sword and shield for Link. There is no point in using the regular ones when you get this. You can't customize it as much, you can't change its skills, and it takes a lot of effort to unlock the skills that it does have. But even taking that into account, this is just so much better than every other weapon Link can get. I am having a very good one, thank you, Abby. Playing one of my favourite games. This Wizro should make a return. Yeah, I do like him, he's a fun little character. You a Zelda fan at all, Abby? Have you ever played any of these games? Only played a little of one. Which one, if you don't mind me asking? I mean, they're all great. The only answers I'd take as wrong answers are likely ones you've probably not played, because no one's played them. Link to the Past, yeah, classic one, that one. Got caught by the bloody Redead again. Right, come on then, Zelda. I'm here to help. Everyone's played BS The Legend of Zelda on Satellaview. I really want them to find a way to re-release that. That'd be really cool. Oh yeah, you definitely missed out. There's so many great games. But, you know, it's never too late. Well, there's plenty of games that I missed as a kid that I wished I'd played that I ended up enjoying as an adult. Just kind of one of the joys of gaming. There's always something new to discover. Something new to fall in love with. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Blunter. Short and sweet visit from you today. Hope you have a good rest of the day. What sort of thing? That's a very good question. You put me on the spot now. When I was a kid, I was very much mainly a Nintendo kid. So basically just any other big game series that isn't Nintendo, like Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Witcher, Grand Theft Auto. What other games have I played that I really enjoy? Monster Hunter. Just got done with laundry and need to shop. Ah, fair enough. Buy yourself something nice. Get some nice food or something. Okay, right, Zelda, you're right at the door. Go inside. There we go. Okay then, Wizro, just me and you. Oh, getting the Master Sword feels so good. It is such an increase in power. Would be the redeads that ruin it for me. Okay, looks like someone's got into my keep. Oh, an Aerolphos. They should bring these guys back. Lizalfos are a staple. This is a pretty cool variant. I guess the Aerocudas in Breath of the Wild are similar. Not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. If Fia's still here, can she have a conversation with herself? Huh. I've never considered that implication. I guess, yeah, there are two Fies here at the moment. Although one of them is dormant. So considering why she put herself to sleep, I very much doubt that she's likely to wake herself up. Maybe that's why she didn't join with the others. That's a fair point, actually, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, you've got a lot of guys in here, Wizro. Would be a shame if I cut through them. She's seen enough time travel sci-fi to know that's a very bad idea. I mean, she doesn't even need to see the sci-fi. She's probably experienced enough of it herself. And boom, nice. Down he goes. Well then, it's time to take our new weapon and go stick it where the sun doesn't shine. Not our one of those, Sia's one of those. Although now I'm saying this, I'm going to stop saying it. Oh, there we go, tier 2 weapon for Zelda. I completely forgot that I picked that up. That sounds very painful. Well, I hear that if you get a sword up there, it does tend to kill you. So, depending on how long that takes, it might not be that painful. It might be very quick. Right, anyway, I think that is a good spot to take a quick break, so I will see you all in a few minutes. Don't burn the stream down while I'm away. See you in a moment.
I love refrigerators.
That's Dunban over there!
I hope you've not missed me too much. I'm back, and it is time to take the fight to Sia. It's time to go to the Temple of Souls. And of course, I'm going to be taking the Master Sword into battle. So, you will notice that there are two differently coloured locked skills on here. These won't start counting down until you unlock every weapon in the game. Like I said, it takes a bit of work to unlock the full potential of the Master Sword, but even in its weakest state, it is still incredibly powerful.
At long last, Link took up the Master Sword and proved himself the hero of legend. Armed as he was with the Blade of Evil's Bane, Link easily dispatched the newly revived Wizrow. The evil magician's parting words in their ears, Link and his allies set out to confront Sia at the Temple of Souls. With a string of victories behind them, the Hyrulean army's morale had improved remarkably. Even Link began to feel that he was invincible while the Master Sword was in his hands. Soon he was allowing overconfidence to cloud his judgment, rushing headlong into hordes of enemies. Sia had been waiting for Link to overextend himself, giving her a chance to strike. And as the two sides battled, unknown eyes watched from the shadows.
So yeah, we've actually got a bit of a character arc going here for Link, which it is wild that the Hyrule Warriors version is the only one that has a character arc, because you'd think it'd be the one least likely to. It's not anything too special, it'll be over by the end of this level, basically. But it is actually pretty cool. Right, let me just get my bearings for my collectibles. Okay, I don't think I can get either of the heart containers this go around. Apparently Darunia is going to be my second this level. Fine. Then the Gold Skull Chula is behind a cracked wall west of the Southwest Magic Keep, which is there. Okay. Well, let's jump into things. Yep, so another great original track from this game. It's got a nice mix of spookiness as well as epicness, and I think it fits Sia very, very well. It is essentially her main theme, I would say. So this place is a completely original location for this game, and they nailed the look of it. It is weird, it is spooky, it is twisted. Absolutely fantastic map. You may also have noticed that picture in the main foyer. There's a few little things like that we're going to start noticing throughout this level. There's a statue of Skyward Sword Link there. Twilight Princess and Wolf Link over there. This isn't just Sia's main base. This is Sia's Stalker Shrine. It's ridiculous and it's kind of amazing. Right, there are some Keep Saboteurs beelining for my main base, so I should deal with them. She's got a whole goon mansion. Yes, she does. Right, so the main objective of this level is to take those 6 magic keeps because they are making Sia stronger. No, I don't think anyone here has one of those. Are you telling us you do, Abby? I mean, no judgment. We don't judge here. God knows I've said some weird, questionable, goony things. But yeah, I just love how the roses look as well, the weird twisted trees. It's very unique as far as like main villain bases in Zelda go. It's a far cry from the desert that Ganondorf usually hangs out in. Or the big evil castles that he has. Right, I need to get back to full health because this combo at full health sends out a massive sword beam and it is absolutely busted. Oh my god, there are so many redeads on this level. Oh, right, Darunia, I need you to go and protect Zelda. I can't keep running back and forth all of the time. Is there another redead in there? Oh my god, there is. He must have spawned right as I took the keep. Remember when redeads were rare enemies and they only appeared in spooky parts of Zelda games? Yeah, me too. They're in every bloody level over here. Okay. Right, I'm actually going to get Link to just take care of this keep while I'm protecting Zelda. This is my worst nightmare. Oh my god. I don't think that... Oh, okay, they did kill one of them. Oh, I feel so weak playing as Darunia. I mean, I love him, but the Master Sword is just so powerful. Everyone's going to take a little while to catch up to Link now. Got to keep boss, okay. Only 2 more to go after this. Ah, Beamos. Hello. Kindly die, please. Oh, Impa's down. Okay, that's not so great. Crap. I swear it's that poison attack they do. They didn't have that in the original. They added it, I think, on the 3DS version. And it is so annoying to get caught by. It's got a much larger range than their other attacks usually do. Right. God, this corridor looks cool. Kind of reminds me of the Forest Temple. Right, that's all of the keeps taken. Let's go for Sia then. Darunia, do me a favour. Defend that keep, please. A sword is just a tool for the weak to swing around. Only fools and men put confidence in them. Arrogance, ego, pridefulness. This darkness nurtured within you shall be your undoing. Well, well, well. Look who it's time for. Of course Sia would make her own Link. That's just how obsessed she is. All I'm saying though, Link, buddy, this could have all been avoided if you just took one for the team. And I mean, look at her. It's not exactly much of a taking one. Heck, I'd do it. You know, thinking about it, I wonder if playing this game as a teenager has affected my my taste in women. This might be the culprit. There we go, Darkling is down, not too much of a fight. Whoa, what is going on out there? Some kind of storm or something. Oh, and it's not just one Dark Link. Now there's 4 of them. It's getting a bit out of hand. Right, you need to die while I'm here. It's Aurora Borealis. May I see it? No. Oh, hello! I forgot you were in this level. As if things weren't chaotic enough, Ganondorf's come to play. He's not just here to fight us, he is also going to fight Sia. It's another three-way battle. Right, Darunia, you are going to go and deal with Ganondorf. Let them fight. Hey, Too Many Shoes, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I assume you came across with Aqua earlier? If so, thank you for coming across. Right, I believe there's still 2 Dark Links around, so I would like to take care of them before I do anything with Ganondorf. Oh god, there's moblins. Oh, you've got a cold. Oof. Sorry that you've had to cancel your plans. I hope you feel better soon. I am in cold recovery myself at the moment. I feel like I've been ill so much recently. Move them to tomorrow. Well, hopefully you're feeling a bit better tomorrow then. Right, let's get Darunia to go after that captain. The Dark Links are a more pressing threat right now. Okay, there's still one down here, apparently. I'm sure I killed this one. This one winter has been abundant with illness. Yeah, it really has. Just so many different things going around. Oh my god, there's a bit of a clusterfuck happening in here. So try and aim a special attack to hit as much as possible. And your kids have been treating them all like Pokemon. Oh dear. That can't be too fun to deal with. Right, Darunia, how are you getting on? Not very well, apparently. Ooh, Skulltula spawned. Yeah, I feel like I was like that as a kid as well. Just anything that I could catch, I would. Had a video call with your sister yesterday, and she's got a cold too. Yeah, at least it didn't come from you. You don't have to feel too guilty. Right, come on then, Darunia. Let's kill this guy. Good lord, he's still alive. If this was Link, he'd be dead by now. Oh, there's another Dark Link. Lovely. Right, I think he's down. Darunia, you can handle those two on your own. Just didn't want any special effects happening for them. Hello, Dark Link. Time to die, please. Right, down he goes. Time to go take care of the main one then. God, this place looks so cool. Hello, buddy. And I'm locked in. Lovely. Imagine being locked in a stalker shrine dedicated to yourself. It's gotta be quite creepy. Oh, hello. It's really getting out of hand now. Stand firm, Link. Real strength only comes from knowing your weaknesses. Right, time to kick some butt then. How much darkness does your heart have? Quite a bit, apparently. Right, okay. That's Sia dealt with for now, then. Time to start focusing on the big G-Man himself. I do feel a little bit lied to, though. Everyone kept telling me that Sia was the best looking Zelda villain. And then Ganondorf rocked up in the same game. Now, I am 100% straight, but...
Wood.
Alright, Sam, see you in a moment. Oh, I love when this track kicks in. Big arms like that, you bet Ganondorf is a good hugger. Oh yeah. I think he is too. Those nice manly arms. Okay. Let's get rid of this summoner then. Oh, Ganondorf has come out to play. I see him moving on the map. Oh, he's coming straight for me. Hello there. God, look how magnificent he is. Now, Tears of the Kingdom Ganondorf has a great design, don't get me wrong, but this one originated the big, muscly, long-haired look. Of course, he's not at full power at the moment, so he's going down fairly easily. Right, there we go. Both Ganondorf and Sia have been forced to retreat. Now it's time for us to retreat too. Fond of the Wind Waker version with his little sandals. I think in terms of how they're written, he is my favourite in Wind Waker. He's just the most interesting of them. But he's definitely rocking the dad look in Wind Waker. Bit of a belly, sandals, a nice dressing gown. He's the most comfortable Ganondorf. Okay, one more level in Act 3 then. It's time for the final fight with Sia. And the game is saying that this is the epilogue, but I think we all know that it's not. You don't just drop Ganondorf into a game and then only have one level left. Well, you do if you're Twilight Princess. How did the last part go? Yeah, pretty well. Dealt with Dark Link, dealt with Ganondorf. Now it's time to deal with Sia. Right, so it makes the most sense to play as Link, I guess, again, because he does actually have a collectible that I can get in this level. At the same time, so does Midna, though, so maybe I'll change things up, I don't know. Yeah, you know what, I've done 2 levels as Link. Let's not let him get too over-leveled. Let's jump in with Midna.
Link's rashness nearly cost him his life as shadowy doubles overwhelmed him. At the last moment, Link's allies salvaged a rescue from otherwise certain defeat. The Master Sword is a mighty weapon, but its true power can be used only by someone who understands the bonds of friendship. The Hyrulean army was rallying its strength, but Sia's forces still controlled much of their homeland. The only way to save Hyrule was to defeat Sia. The Hyrulean army headed to the Valley of Seers to force a decisive battle. But Sia did not sit idle, despite her overwhelming advantage. She found new ways to fortify her troops using her own life force. The cost to herself was irrelevant so long as she crushed her enemies. The final battle between the armies of light and darkness was about to unfold.
Right, before I jump into this, I need a drink refill. Okay, let's take a look at collectibles then. So, East Ruins Keep for this heart container. Lana makes sense. I don't know why Darunia keeps being given to me as a playable character. Okay, so that's up there near Sia, and then the Skulltula is East Sanctum. There, yeah. Now, in adventure mode, I know you usually do get to pick both of your characters when you have a level like this. I don't know why here in legend mode it only lets you pick one, and then just decides who the others are going to be. Well, it's final battle time, which means it's time for some absolutely stellar music. I love the vibes of this one so much. It sounds so... Oh no, Lana has the spear. Ugh. It just sounds so ominous and desperate. It's like a real Last Stand vibe going on here. And the choir just fits in so well. One of my favourite tracks in the game. I mean, I say that about every track, but the point still stands. Right, I'm going to make the spear work, even if it sucks. I should have just picked Link. Ah well. It's not a Zelda game, it's a Hyrule Warriors game. It feels only fitting that I defeat the Hyrule Warriors' unique villain with a whole group of warriors, not just Link. Right, let me just go get this Skull Tudor quickly. Where is it? Under a boulder in a dead end just southeast. Oh, I see where it is. Right, Darunia, you go and defend that keep, please, because I need it. Actually caught him in Midna's attack, nice. At this level, Link is defeated because his friends don't save him in time. Last level, Link learns to rely on the power of friendship. Oof. Yeah, we taught him the wrong lesson. Okay, I've got to recapture this place. Thank God Darunia just tears through weak point gauges. Oh, there's still guys in my sanctum. Oh, and Impa's down as well. Lovely. Impa seems to be falling a lot today. She fell in the last level as well. Let's see if I can knock this guy into the bombs. Nice. Okay, let's switch over to Lana and find the Sanctum then. Would have liked to seen a cutscene where the characters from different eras introduce themselves to each other. Yeah, I did kind of brush over that bit. Or I would have liked to have seen some like heart-to-heart style things between characters from different games. Just so we can see them interact with each other a bit more. Oh, I did not want to swap there. Darunia and Ruto probably would have recognized Link. To be honest, I think they all would have, depending on the timelines. I do not think that was the Sanctum. I've got a feeling it might be that empty keep at the bottom of the map. If I was designing a level, that's probably where I would have put it. Link, why is that blue lady calling you master? What did you get up to on that floating island? What happens on Skyloft stays on Skyloft. Okay, I do see a captain around the corner from here. Might take them out now so they don't become a problem later. There we go, nice. See, we don't need Link. We're doing just fine without him. Yeah, thought it would be this place. The Deku, the Deku Tree firing squad never gets old. It's so funny. But that's literally what it is. It's ridiculous. Oh my god. He went flying. What the hell? I'm sorry, if you get blasted that far out of your keep, it's no longer your keep. That's just how it works. That's how it should work, anyway. Lana, you span that weapon around so much, and it did nothing. It didn't even hit him. Allow me to teach you a lesson. You can teach me whatever you like, Sia. Sia, stop! Your spirit can't take much more of this. God, she looks unhinged. I'm kind of into it. What? Okay, that is a bunch more of Dinolfos on the field. Right, where are you, Zelda? You're with Darunia. Okay. Let's play Escort then. Again. On this same map. Hey, Karkis, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? That small puddle reminded you. Aren't all light attacks a really good combo for the spear? Playing it on this level, yeah, it's actually feeling quite nice. The regular combos, not as much, but the light string is feeling pretty good. Still not anywhere close to being my favourite weapon in the game, but it's serving a purpose. You bet Sia could use more magic if she wasn't spending so much on keeping the top of her dress on. You raise a very good point. It's clearly not staying there by natural methods. Wait, are we drawing in the enemies to the fairy fountain? Okay, come on.
Yes, Uni's the boss.
Hey, Sap, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Considering Koei Tecmo is also behind Dead or Alive, we probably shouldn't be particularly surprised. Again, very good point. Right, I think there's a bunch of enemies in the attack zone now. Let's summon the Great Fairy one more time. Oh, never mind, Zelda needs to still get here. Okay, that's annoying. And Volga's coming, that's not ideal. When are Koei Tecmo making Hyrule Warriors Beach Volleyball? This year, hopefully. I'm disappointed we don't have it already. Oh god, Volga's here. Oh my god, look how much damage he did to me in one attack. That is wild. Right, Zelda, can you get to the fountain now, please? Why are you faffing around? Zelda, it's some Stull children. Just go. We already have so many Hyrule Warriors games. When is it time for Hyrule Blacksmiths, Hyrule Bakers, and Hyrule Poets? Well, you got to keep buying Hyrule Warriors games just to prove that they sell, and then they'll start making more. They'll make more of those spin-offs. Zelda, come on. My god, Zelda. They're basic enemies. They don't even attack. And when they do, they miss. Just go to the fountain. I'm not fighting Volga without this Great Fairy. Eventually, Hyrule will enter a peaceful era. Yeah, eventually. Not today. Right, here we go. It's Great Fairy time. Okay, so apparently nuking them was an option the whole time. Why couldn't we start with that? Volga just tanked the whole thing, though, because he is terrifying. That is actually a tamer look for the Great Fairy than you were bracing for. Yeah, they captured the Ocarina of Time look without going too crazy with it, which is surprising for Koei Tecmo. Oh, Jesus Christ. Zelda, I don't think this is a man in a mood to be reasoned with. Oh, maybe you will be, actually. The Legend of Zelda Debate Club. You've leaked the next game, Sap. How could you? Okay, got him. You get all of this info from your uncle who works at Nintendo. Can you ask him if they're going to make Pikmin 5, please? And Xenoblade X2. And Metroid 6. Tell him that I would really like them to and it'd make me happy. Hey, Volga, no, don't go in there. They're waiting for Half-Life 3 to release first. Ah, shit. Guess they're never happening then. Okay, he is nearly dead. There's like a slither of health left. Ow. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's gone. That man is a freak of nature. He is so powerful. Okay, I don't think Sia has too much left to give. Let's start making the final push. We're just got to keep hoping for the 3DS port of Mighty Number 9. I didn't know we were meant to be getting one. I don't know that they ever promised that. I must have not heard about that. Where is the Keep boss? Great news about Half-Life 3 that you just heard from your uncle who works at Nintendo. Yeah, exactly. Of course he'd know. Where is the Keep boss? I can see them on the map, but they're not here. Yeah, you two must be cousins. Maybe it's the same uncle. They do only employ one uncle at a time. It's known. Hello, Sia. Guess we've got a few of you to deal with. Someone's been peering into my dreams. Yeah, they knew what they were doing with this introduction cutscene. Oh god, there's a couple of Dinolfos here too. Not great. As much HP as Cloudseed can. Well, I'll keep her alive for that long so we can admire her design. I could take her in a fight, right? Yeah, totally in a fight. That's what we mean. Right, don't mind me. I'm just going to open my chest mid-fight. I've earned my heart container. Okay. That Dinolfos is nearly dead. Ooh, I don't like that. Whatever the hell that was. Right, just you and me, Sia. Just the way I like it. And yes, her weapon is also a whip. They, they were not subtle with this character's design. They know writers who use subtlety, and they think they're cowards. I'm going to send someone to deal with that keep over there. Just so I don't lose all of my bases while I'm fighting Sia. Okay, that's one of them down. Another 3 to go. Oh, one of them's on the move. What do I mean there's 4 of them? Yeah, she multiplied herself. God, that one is really, really hard to hit. Don't really see where my opening is. Okay, Okay, Lana, you were meant to defend that keep. You've not done a very good job of that. Yeah, Fee is actually holding her own over there. Personally, if you could shatter your soul to pieces with potentially irreversible consequences, you wouldn't immediately turn down the offer. Fair enough. Ah, see, I was going to hit that weak point. Right, I'm swapping. Minda's getting on low health. Right, where's Sia gone? Ruto, come here, I'm trying to heal you. Think of how many more errands you could run. It would be extremely handy, yeah. It seems like a good thing to have in your back pocket in case you book brunch dates, in case you double book brunch dates or something. I mean, you assume I'm even single booking brunch dates. I don't do anything outside of this room. I sit and play games all day. You'd eat twice the amount of food, though. Yeah, true. Would you put on the weight of all of them? Okay, 2 more Seers to go. What exactly does the Deku Tree do here? He hits enemies in the face with his face. He headbutts them, basically. Get the Deku Tree firing squad, Sia. Ah, how are you meant to hit that one? Oh. Okay, the switch to D-pad is so shit. Oh, I'm so sick of it. There we go, that's how you do it. Power of the bow. Okay, there's another Seer down. 1 to go. And you know what, for this last one? we're going to listen to the music because it's a guitar version of the main level theme. Imagine being the greatest sorceress in the world and getting beaten up by a stick. Guess she wasn't that great after all. Lana, I thought this is what you wanted. See ya. See ya. We've seen how this ends, and we both know he doesn't choose you. How do you do it, knowing you get left behind? You don't always get the person you think you deserve, and I can live with that. You always were my better half. Well, that's that. See you next crisis. Let's put Hyrule back in order. There, things should be as they were. And with that, I should go. Lana, will we meet again? Goodbye. Well, it's not the end. Sia may be defeated, but the big man himself is still around. That is the end of Act 3 of Hyrule Warriors. And you know, despite all the jokes about her design, I do like Sia as a villain. She has a pretty unique motivation as far as Zelda villains go, and I do like that she doesn't remain subservient to Ganondorf. She does end up rebelling against him and doing her own thing. We ended Yuri, and for what? Evil still reigns. Nothing ever changes. Fee's spin. Yeah, the spin animation is... it's something. It is. I don't know why she felt the need to spin into the portal, but I kind of love her for it. Yeah, I think that is where I'm going to end it for today. Sia's story may be done, but there is still more story with Sia to tell. Next time, I'm not going to be carrying on with the main story. Instead, I'm going to be tackling one of the game's 2 side stories, Sia's Tale, which is the story of what Sia was up to before and during the events of the game. It's basically a villain playthrough, which is pretty cool. I love when games do that. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I will be back with some Pokemon Emerald on Wednesday, and then I'll have more Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition for you next Saturday. Right, let's get a raid going. One of my friends from Frankie's stream, Deku, is live, and I never catch his stream, so we're gonna go over there and say hey. There we go. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you all later. Bye!